Welcome. It's time for more stories. The timestamps are in the description box. Let's get to it. Story number 1. Opie writes, Hi there. My husband recently asked me for an open marriage. We've been having counseling for the past 3 weeks. It's complicated as he thinks he is bisexual, but wants to explore being with other women also. This weekend he is out of town for a sports event he is participating in. I felt a few red flags and snooped in his email account. I found a photo of him with a girl, kind of a hug selfie, and reservations for 2 to dinner tomorrow night, and a cocktail bar reservation after. Kind of in shock right now. He's back in 2 days. What on earth do I do now? Edit. We have 2 kids. Update. I wanted to give you all an update after your incredible support on my Discovery Day Friday. To summarize my original post, my husband asked for an open marriage about 4 weeks ago. And also mentioned he believes he's bisexual. We've been doing couple and individual counseling. On Friday, I found a selfie of him and a young woman, plus restaurant and bar reservations for Saturday night when he was out of town, 1 hour flight away. I got a lot of advice from this community and it was split between confronting him at the restaurant, not possible because of distance, and holding my cards close to my chest. Well, unfortunately, he called to check in during the afternoon and I was unable to control myself and revealed what I had found. He just could not come up with any excuse. He was taken completely by surprise. After me saying, just stop lying several times, he admitted that he had flown the girl with him and they have been seeing each other since February before he asked for the open marriage and gaslit me into considering it to be supportive of his sexuality and for our kids' stability. So those of you who guessed this, you were right. Something snapped in me and I told him, quote, this is what is happening now. I will be out of the house when you get back, so you can pick up anything you need. Then you can F off and stay F'd off until I'm ready to make a time with a counselor to discuss shared goals for our immediate legal and physical separation. I don't want to see or talk to you again unless it's needed for our kids or our separation. Goodbye, unquote. And I hung up. And although it has been hellish overnight, imagining them at the restaurant, bar, hotel, I strangely feel a huge burden lifted. For 4 weeks, I've been trying to choose between his ultimatum of open marriage or parenting marriage, basically in-house separation. And now I'm free of that choice, neither of which I wanted, by the way. I wanted to keep and enhance our marriage. It's going to be hard and painful, and I'm dreading telling the kids and not seeing them every day of the week. But it feels better than what I now realize was being manipulated, played, and ultimately betrayed. I don't think I could have got through Friday without your perspectives. So thank you. I will be making an appointment with a lawyer Monday. Let's get some comments with replies from Opie. Good for you. What was his reaction? Or more so, what was his demeanor when he was telling you about the affair? Opie replies, It was over the phone, and he sounded very quiet and flat, and just said okay a couple of times. I think he was stunned, speechless. And someone else asks, Did he try to get you to not do this? Opie replies, Well, I hung up before he could really reply, but he hasn't called or messaged. I'm not planning to communicate with him again until I'm a bit more stable. Well, Opie, good choice, good decision. It sounds to me like your husband definitely wanted his bread buttered on both sides. He wanted his girlfriend, or who knows, maybe girlfriends, but at the same time he also wanted you to be at home, to be there with the kids, to keep your home life intact. Perhaps because it's cheaper than a divorce for him, who knows. You were definitely being played because he had every opportunity to tell you what was going on. But as I said, he wanted his bread buttered on both sides. And good on you that you wouldn't put up with that you drew that line in the sand and you said, that's that, I'm out. If you had agreed to his ultimatum, Opie, there would have been no going back. He would have kept on doing whatever he wanted, regardless of how it made you feel. Continue to stand your ground, Opie, and the best of luck to you as you head into the future and start your new life. Story number 2. Opie writes, Girlfriend, 23 female of 5 years, cheated on me, 22 male. I feel betrayed and devastated. Hello, this might be a bit long, so I apologize for that. And for this reason, I really, and I mean really appreciate anyone who reads this. Thank you. She is my first girlfriend and first sexual partner. I am her first as well. We had a great relationship. We traveled a lot together. We had a lot of fun together. And of course we had our downs too, but nothing serious. We always got through it. I felt like our relationship was strong and our mutual trust was incredible. That all changed when I learned that she cheated. For some context, she goes to a local disco every now and then. I never go there with her because I don't like discos. I always trusted her because I knew she would never do anything stupid. She just isn't that kind of girl, at least so I thought. Exactly 1 year ago, she started hanging out with a guy I know here. He's a bit of an a-hole, but I didn't really care. They started texting, then started texting on Snapchat, which I found extremely suspicious, but she just kept saying it was completely innocent and he was just a friend. I kept telling her it's suspicious and he's a jerk. But she just kept insisting he's okay and he's just a friend. Then they argued a lot for some reason and stopped talking completely. She told me he said some stupid things and that he's a jerk. Wow, no crap. So I was satisfied and didn't care about it any further. Time forward to yesterday, I randomly remembered this happened and wondered what exactly happened between them. So I just grabbed her phone and checked. We do this normally. We didn't hide anything from each other, so it was normal to just grab the other's phone and do whatever. What I saw shook me to my core. I saw a message from her saying something along the lines that they just went somewhere, hid and effed quickly so no one would see them, and then he didn't want to talk to her anymore. Basically, he just had her for sex. From the context, it was obvious this happened multiple times. I started incredibly shaking, and my heartbeat went up like crazy. I felt sick. I never felt so sick, and I still do. I told her and she cried about it, said she regretted it incredibly, and that she didn't want to tell me because she was afraid of hurting me and losing me, that she loves me and stuff like that. I do admit that at the time of this incident a year ago, we did have a bit of a bad time in our relationship, but I felt like we got through it. She said that she lacked a sexual desire and wanted to feel what it was like to have sex with someone else, since I was her only one. She even told me at the time that she wanted to try it with someone else. I told her that I'm sorry, but I wouldn't accept that. And still, she did it. What's funny is that she is quite low libido, and we didn't have nearly as much sex as I'd like. For example, we didn't have sex for 3 months once, and there definitely was enough desire, at least from my side. And then she F's this guy multiple times. Now she texted me how sorry she is and how terrible it feels that she did this, because she said multiple times that she would never cheat and that she doesn't understand how anyone could cheat in a relationship. Well, there you go. She completely betrayed my trust. I feel like she stabbed me in the back. I feel depressed, horrible. She wants to get back together, and she said that after this she would never ever do it again because it just wasn't worth it. She said she can't be without me and that she really does not want to lose me. And honestly, I don't want to lose her either. We've known each other since we were 7, basically all our lives. We spend almost every day together. We do everything together. We love each other. After 5 years of relationship, I really felt like we were going to spend the future together. We are almost perfect for each other, except for our sex, but I wanted to work on that. I really don't know what to do now. Does she deserve another chance? She does seem to genuinely regret it, but I'm afraid that if she did it once, she might do it again. Plus, our trust will never be the same, of course. Thank you so much if you read all the way here. I am very grateful. I needed to get this off my chest. Update. Thank you everyone for your messages. I really needed this. You are all great, honestly. I'll talk about it with her and tell her in depth how I feel and why I want to break up. I'll keep you all updated. Once again, thank you so much. Update 2. I texted her since I left her home immediately and told her that I will not get back with her ever, that she betrayed me, and I even explained everything, my feelings, thoughts, etc. She takes full responsibility and blame for everything. She acknowledged her mistakes and said she genuinely feels sick of herself and that she will never forget this, never forgive herself, and that with me, a piece of herself will be missing. She said she would take it all back if she could. She confessed to sleeping with said douchebag 3 times. After that, it ended. I asked if she would have continued had he not ended it, and she said she doesn't know. In my mind, that is an obvious yes. That one hurt. Her only wish is for us not to be cut off completely. Not stay together, just not be cut off completely. I really don't know about that. I must confess that I do feel sorry for her. Yes, I know, I'm weak. I'm a weakling. I told her I'm not sure I want to keep her in my life at all. She said she will respect my decision and will understand. I am at peace with the fact we broke up and will never be together. I must once again thank you, all amazing people, for your opinions and your help. You were most helpful and seriously helped me get it done. I still have to think about the cutting off thing. Update 3. There was a lot of familial affection. I loved her family and her family loved me. They even said they see me as part of the family. Same for her and my family pretty much. Also, her brother is my best friend. It's really messy, and that's why I don't want to cut her off completely. I would effectively cut off her family as well. OP, ending it was absolutely the smart thing for you to do. The moment you asked her if she would have continued if you had not found out about it, and she said she doesn't know, you're right, that is as good as a yes. All her claims of regret and feeling sick and saying that she would never be able to forgive herself, that all falls flat the moment she told you she doesn't know what she would have done had you never found out. I understand that you can't cut her family out completely because you're best friends with her brother, but maybe keep a distance from him for a while just to get over the worst, and make sure that when you do see him, there's no risk of you running into her as well. And also let him know that it's best he doesn't talk about his sister to you. And I hope you understand that you've known her almost your entire life and it's going to feel strange to be without her. But at just 22, OP, you still have a whole lot of living to do. You literally have your whole life ahead of you, OP, and you want to spend it with the right person. Somebody that will respect you and never ever put you through this kind of pain again. Give yourself some time, OP, and then start to look ahead. Start to look to the future instead of the past and what was and what could have been. On we go to story number 3. OP 41 female writes the following about her husband 35 male regarding her brother 35 male. I don't know what to do, but my husband is very upset and my family is asking me to apologize to him. But I just feel sick to my stomach just thinking about apologizing because it would mean that we did something wrong, and just the thought makes me sick. My husband was out of town last Monday, so my brother came to visit. He had just been dumped by his girlfriend of 5 years and it was a mess. He stayed the night because I didn't want him to be alone. Why am I explaining why my brother stayed the night? How sick. Anyway, my brother is 198 centimeters, a literal giant. He told me the couch was okay, but I told him not to be silly. My husband was shocked and he started raging, calling me disgusting and filthy. I am even more shocked, to be honest. I don't understand what he means. It's my little brother and I gave him the guest pillows and cover, so he didn't use my husband's. Also, I put new sheets on. This apparently made him even angrier because I usually change sheets on Sundays. I don't know what to do. I'm very hurt and disgusted by my husband and whatever that is making him angry. I'm trying to think what I could have done differently. My son's a toddler and his bed is small, but I guess I could have slept on the couch myself. But no, this idea is just sick. What can I do now? I'm disgusted by my husband. 3 weeks later, we have this update from OP. After my husband's initial reaction of shock and disgust, he was angry with me for some days, but then a week ago he wanted to talk and he broke down, apologizing and asking for forgiveness. Frankly, I didn't want to talk to him at all because I didn't know if I wanted to hear his explanation, how he got to this horrid conclusion, but I pulled myself together and asked him anyway. He had no answer more than that he was jealous. I tried to understand if it went deeper, if he had some unprocessed trauma, anything, but no, or he didn't want to tell me. He just felt a great amount of jealousy that he couldn't control and it got the better of him and he lashed out. But now he has come to his senses and was ashamed of what he did. I asked him to apologize to my brother and family, and he did, profusely. They accepted his apology, and now everything is expected to go back to normal, but I can't. I haven't gotten over what happened, and I don't think I will. I don't know what to do about it. I don't see how we can move forward when I can't even be in the same room as him without feeling sick to my stomach. I don't know if this feeling will go away. I have my son to think about. What a selfish mom. I'm not considering him and his well-being. This is my update, and thank you for caring to ask about one. Wow, OP, I've got to say, I see this as a very, very big red flag. It's your brother, your little brother, and this is the way your husband reacted. He was totally out of line, and I keep wondering if he would react this way about your brother. Then what's going to happen if you smile and say hello to your greengrocer? What's going to happen if you wave at the neighbor? You understand where I'm going with this? This kind of jealousy is way out of line, OP. Massive red flag. The reason you're feeling sick to your stomach is by staying with him. You are being disloyal to yourself, and that is why you feel that way. What happened was very, very wrong, and everybody wanting things to go back to normal is a bit odd. It's strange to me that your family isn't as offended by this as I really would expect them to be. And you say you have to consider your son and his well-being. Well, yes, you do, OP, you really do. And that does not necessarily mean staying with his father. But at any rate, OP, it's your decision, and I wish you the best of luck, I really do. Well, that's it for now. Thank you for joining me and for listening. Please hit the notification bell if you haven't already. And if you did like this, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, leave me a comment, and we'll see each other again very soon. You take very good care of yourself. Bye.